Yesterday, a friend told me that their family was getting a new puppy and he was wondering what they're gonna need for when that puppy comes home. And I thought, that's probably a great thing to share with our YouTube family. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go by our local Wren's Pets Depot and we're gonna find out exactly what you're gonna need for when you come home with that new puppy. I'm Ken Steep and welcome back to McCann Dogs. Now this isn't a sponsored video, but it's definitely an endorsement for Wren's. Anytime Kayla or I need anything, we definitely go to our local Wren's to pick those things out. They have an incredible selection of all kinds of products for your dog, and they actually have online purchasing. So if you don't live near a Wren's, you can check them out online. I'll drop a link in the description below. So the first thing I think we should talk about is a crate. You're definitely going to want a crate for your puppy. It provides them with a location that they can go, they can relax, they can, feel like it's a home away from home, but you can also, it'll expedite your puppy house training. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind when you're choosing a crate is whether you want a plastic hard-sided crate or you might want a wire crate. Now, a couple of the differences would be with a hard-sided crate, there's no opportunity to put a divider in it, so you might have to create your own, which is something that we can pretty easily do. But putting a divider in the crate allows your puppy to not have too much freedom. It's nice to be able to buy a crate that they can grow into, but you don't want to give them too much area that they can have accidents inside the crate. So a wire crate, there's usually more options for placing a pre-constructed divider in it. The other great thing about the hard-sided crate is that if you have a dog that sheds a lot, you're less likely to end up with all sorts of hair on the outside of it. But your crate is going to be a really great training tool, so research it, spend some time choosing the right crate for your puppy. Now your next consideration might be bedding. It's really nice to have a couple of places where you've placed bedding around the house so your puppy can just sort of chill out and relax when they're near you. But you want to keep in mind, if you're putting some bedding in your puppy's crate, you need to keep an eye on them. The last thing you want is for your puppy to get in their crate and start chewing that bedding, and it could be a real hazard. The other challenge is that if you put bedding in your puppy's crate, it gives them a greater opportunity to have an accident in there and then sort of squish it over to the side and they're still comfortable. So really keep that in mind. If you're having any challenges with your house training and you have bedding in your puppy's crate, then you might want to remove that bedding from their crate. But if you have a couple of spots, just you place little beds around the house and places that are nearby you, it provides your puppy with a great opportunity to have something comfortable to lay on as they maybe chew on their toy. And let's talk about toys next. Now, toys are a great pastime for your puppy, and it gives them an opportunity to sort of relax and chew on something. But there are a couple of different options for toys when it comes to your puppy. Now there are chew toys, and then there are interactive toys. So an interactive toy is a toy that your puppy can play with and play with you. Now, you're not going to want to leave your puppy with an interactive toy because it's something that maybe they can chew little bits and parts off of, but it's a great toy that you can maybe play tug with and toss out and they can bring back and you guys can both play with together. But remember to keep them apart, because a chew toy you can leave your puppy with inside their crate, a little bit less supervised, but an interactive toy is something that you're going to want to play with your puppy. And you may have seen our video where we have all sorts of stuffing recipes. Now we have a great stuffing recipe for the Kong that I'll link below in the description, but I'll also post a card for it. We really think that Kong is a great option, especially for your puppy. Now the one thing you need to keep in mind when it comes to puppy chew toys is something like these puppy starter kits are a great option, but eventually your puppy's going to grow out of them. So maybe a puppy appropriate chew toy is a great thing for your puppy when they're a couple of months old, but you really need to keep an eye on them because they can age out of a toy like that, and it can become a bit of a choking hazard as it reduces in size and as they get strong enough to bite larger parts off of that toy. Next, let's talk about food. Now, your breeder's likely to send you home with a little bit of food that your puppy has been eating, but it's really important that you know what kind of food they've been eating. That way you've got a bag of food ready for their arrival at your home. That leads us to treats. Now, you're going to want to take every opportunity that you can to reward your puppy for making great decisions. Now, if you want to make your own treats for your puppy, I'll post a link to a video that we created before that I think is maybe the best training treats, and they're all natural for your puppy. This is kind of cool though. Peanut butter specifically for your dog. It's also Canadian. And of course, you're going to need a leash and a collar for your dog. Now, something we always recommend is a leash or a collar that has metal hardware, because in the Canadian climate, you're going to want a buckle that doesn't break. And we've heard some horror stories of people that had their dog on leash and with the plastic collar. Sometimes they can just pop, and then you have an off-leash situation that you might not want. Now, a really important puppy hack is for you guys, new puppy owners, is to buy a really inexpensive leash as well and then cut the loop off of it. That way, anytime your puppy's outside of their crate, you can pop that house line on them, and if they get into anything that they shouldn't be into, you can quickly step on that line and avoid any dangerous scenarios or unwanted scenarios, and it doesn't turn into a game of catch me if you can. But the most important thing you're going to need when you're bringing home a new puppy is patience. Puppies can be naughty, but they can also be a lot of fun. So to be a good trainer for your puppy, you're going to need a little bit of patience. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We publish new videos every single week to help you spend some quality time with your four-legged family member. See that video right there? It's actually a video that YouTube thinks you'll want to watch next. On that note, I'm Ken. Happy training.